If you see Ty Simpson fumble in the second half, you know you're watching an Alabama football game. Every game this year. I can't even get mad. It's disappointing. Ow! Ooh, gonna be an early night for your boy Matty, because I think we'll get this over with pretty quick. Try to get uploading. Oh my gosh, that guy got annihilated. Nebraska Cornhuskers. We got to talk about Alabama. Wait, let me say it again. Alabama. Yeah. Oh yeah, by the way, I do apologize. I streamed during and after the game, and both streams got interrupted. They ended abruptly. My bad. Once my phone died, the other one, I don't know what happened. Something glitched on my phone. So those streams, I made them members only. So you got to be a member to view them and whatnot. But you didn't miss too much. I did want to apologize for that. Also, shout out to, I hope he's watching this video, Solidarity. Dude, he super chatted 50 doubloons. Actually, more than that. I think it was like 80 total. Thank you, brother, for that. But we got to talk about this Alabama football game. Gotta walk it off. Walk it off. The coach in me is gonna talk. And I know some of you are gonna say I'm being negative. That's fine. That's your opinion. I'm not. It's just reality of the situation. So I'm an Alabama basketball fan as well. Big time college basketball fan. So obviously big time Alabama college basketball fan. I've been saying this for years. I tell my buddies this all the time. The Alabama basketball team never disappoints me. Like, ever. I don't mean like, oh, I'm not just saying it. No, they never disappoint me. Let me say it again. The Alabama basketball team never disappoints me. Ever. They don't. They play hard. They hit shots. It's not about hitting shots. It's about, I know what I'm going to get. Sorry, focus is messing up. I know what I'm going to get every single game. And I can't dumb it down any more than that. They just don't disappoint me. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, go watch an Alabama basketball game. You're not going to be disappointed with the effort, the execution. That's the word I'm looking for, the execution. You can't always control if you're going to make shots in basketball, but you can execute plays properly. And Alabama does that to a T. The football team, not so much. And I know football is a different sport and whatnot, but I think I'd say I've never been disappointed with the Alabama basketball team the past 2 years. And how many games do you play in 2 years? 80-something? Especially Alabama going on these March Madness runs. Well, the football team this year alone, and this is now our 9th game, we're 8-1. Nice little golf clap. However, I've been pissed off every single game almost. Every single game. At one point in the game, I just get pissed off and annoyed. How we're executing, how we're playing. And for me in this one, it was pretty much all throughout, but the first half, man, we were fortunate. We played a sorry LSU team that was beyond discombobulated. Fortunately enough for us, they were having quarterback problems. Who knows what would have happened if Van Buren would have started the game. And I said it in the preview, if LSU wanted to win this game, you got to start Van Buren. Garrett Nussmeier's booty cheeks. Him and Lagway, two of the worst quarterbacks in the SEC. And Jackson Arnold. But now Jackson Arnold's not a starter. And heck, I'd say Ashton Daniels, ain't that the guy playing for Auburn now starting? He's better than Nussmeier and whatchamacallit, Oogabadoogie Lagway. This is a really different video for a different day. But if I'm an LSU fan, I'm pissed off because we started Nussmeier. Left him in as long as we did. Yeah, he's an accurate passer, and if you look up his stats and whatnot, he only had 3 or 4 incompletions. But it's the sacks. They're detriment. A sack is like a turnover. If you take a sack on 1st and 10, which he does all the time, he got sacked like 10 times against A&M. It's pretty much the equivalent to a turnover because at least if you run the ball on 1st and 10, worst case scenario, it's 2nd and 11. Well, if you get sacked on 1st and 10, it's 2nd and 20. It's over. You're not going to convert 2nd and 20s even with 2 plays. That's why Nussmeier's so bad. Hey, there's one play in the Bama game. It was actually the final play of the game for him at least. He scrambled into a sack. You can't make it up. Alabama rushed 3. He didn't need to leave the pocket. He should have stepped up. He ran backwards, did a spin move, and turned right into Pierre, Alabama's edge rusher. Or Ponzi, or whatever that guy's name is. What is his name? I don't mean to, disrespect. What is his name? Is it Pierre or Ponzi? I don't know. It's the new guy, dude. He's a monster for Alabama. But the point is, Nussmeier turned right into him. He's bad, man. Really, really, really bad. I don't want to get into it too much. LSU, they just can't score the ball. They got a decent defense. And I said that after the A&M game. It's more of a testimony how unreal Marcel Reed and A&M is than putting up a 50 burger on LSU. LSU's defense, they're decent. They're solid. Nothing crazy, but they're solid and whatnot. LSU offense couldn't help them out tonight. 3 field goals. They only put up 9 points. You're not going to win any game when you put up 9 points, or most of them at that. You especially can't expect to even be in the game. But they were in this game, even late in the fourth quarter. Alabama had to get a field goal to ice it. 20-9. Let me go back to Alabama's offense, though. To start the game, you had a crazy play where Bray Hubbard rips the ball out. LSU recovers. So instead of being 2nd and 15, it's 2nd and 3 for LSU. They miss a chip shot 30-yard field goal. That was good for Alabama. Then Alabama, what they do, I think they went 3 and out or something. Punt. Another fumble. This time Alabama recovers. Does nothing with it at all. Talty, he's very bad. But he did make that 45-yarder. Puts us up 3-0. Fast forward in time, we got fortunate right before half because Talty missed that chip shot field goal. We go up 17-3. Ryan Williams finally caught one. Thank the Lord. But heck, I hope some of you looked at that play. He actually bobbled that one and got lucky. The ball was rolling on top of him. He still can't catch a football. I've never seen anything like it. Ever. He was bobbling that. I'm not trying to nitpick. I'm just telling you. He didn't firmly grasp that one. But we go up 17-3 at half. And then the play happens. You know what I'm about to say, right? You know what I'm going to say next. The Ty Simpson fumble. Shaking my head. I can't even get mad. It's disappointing. It's not even frustrating. It's just like, Ty Simpson fumble? Yep. Must be watching an Alabama football game. If you see Ty Simpson fumble in the second half, you know you're watching an Alabama football game. Every game this year. I'm not exaggerating it. As UCLA fakes a punt, every game. Did they get that? I think they did. Well, let me log back in on this video. Ty Simpson fumbles the ball in the second half. And I would say 60% of the time, it's been because of the running backs didn't pick up the blitz, the pass protection broke down, he got hit, blindside. But this time was on him. Jem Miller actually picked up his blocking assignment. Ty Simpson, you can't hang on to a ball that long. Harold Perkins rips it out. I'm telling you, fortunately enough, we got away with it in this one. We got away with it all year long, but it's going to come back to, if you keep doing this, it's going to lose you games. Against great teams like an Indiana, a Texas A&M, heck, even a Georgia and Ohio State, whoever you want to throw in there, you can't do that. Ty Simpson played a perfect game against Georgia, and we barely won that. If he has a disastrous turnover like he's had in all the games except for Georgia, because we all know Alabama plays their best against Georgia, they turned into the 1989 San Francisco 49ers, or 1990 San Francisco 49ers at that. We do this again, the whole fumble and just lollygagging around, we're going to get beat, and it's going to be like the Florida State game. You're not even going to be competing 20 measly points. We looked abysmal on offense in the first half. I know we put up 17, but, it was a couple nice throws at the end that got us to that. In the second half, wow, we put up 3 points. I'm not going to sit up here and rant about this. We can't run the ball still. I'm not going to talk about it for longer than 30 seconds. We're not a running football team. I think I told you guys that in week 3. I've already accepted it. The quicker you accept it, the more you'll be at peace with it. We are not a running football team. It is what it is. I will say this, though. I'm tired of Jem Miller. Get him out of there. I've seen enough. Daniel Hill is RB1 for me. It's not a coinky-doink. The past few games when Hill has went in there, the run game's been a little, not a lot of it, but a little bit better than what it's been with Miller in there. Miller has the vision of Cleveland's Browns. Yeah, Cleveland Browns, better way of saying it, Trent Richardson. It's bad, man. Really bad. We got to get Daniel Hill in there as RB1. Our best pass catcher is probably Miller. I'd say he's a slightly better blocker than Hill, but as far as it goes for running the football, we got to have Hill in there. Kevin Riley. But it really doesn't matter because I know some people are going to say, well, Matt, we still can't run that great. I know. I just think Hill's a little bit better. Had a nice rushing touchdown. But, guys, that's pretty much it. The defense, big clap for them. Thank the Lord they showed up. And, heck, everybody was ragging on the defense early in the year. They are the reason we won last week. They're the reason we won this week. They're the reason we beat Tennessee. And they're the reason we beat Vanderbilt. I'm not going to say we're a defensive football team because we're not great at defense. But it's time to give the defense some respect if you haven't already. I don't care that LSU's got quarterback problems. 9 points. Holding anybody in the SEC to 9 points, that's nice. Really nice. It took a lot of pressure off of Ty Simpson's offense. Obviously, Simpson, I'm not going to write down the stats or whatnot. I'm going to pull them up, actually. We haven't wrote down any stats today, so today's going to be a no stats day. How about that? But Simpson, he was okay. He wasn't bad. Didn't turn the ball over. 21 of 35, 2 he quietly had a good day. He did. 21 for 35, not great, but you'll take it. 277, 1 touchdown, 0 INTs. It didn't lose you the game. Receivers, they did their thing. We just got to be a little bit better. We got to cross our T's, dot our I's a little bit better. But I'm not going to gripe and complain too much. You can always be a little bit better. Heck, it wasn't pretty. And look, I'll be the first to tell you, LSU looked bad tonight. Alabama didn't even look that good. Alabama just was like, did what they needed to do to win. And there's something to be said about that. We took care of business. But man, LSU looked bad. The false starts killed them a couple of times. They were going to go for it once. 4th and 1, got a false start, couldn't do it. They had 2 fumbles. One of them they lost. Oh, wait, no, they had another fumble at the end of the game. My bad. So they lost 2 of those. I think they wound up with 11 or 12 penalties. Alabama only had 1. Yeah, just very sloppy football game, but what more can you expect out of a team that's in a chaotic situation as they are? And, they don't even have a head coach. It's kind of what you expect. You hear all these great stories of, UCLA beat Penn State without the head coach. UAB beat Memphis without the head coach. But more times than not, this is what happens. You look discombobulated. And they were. Many more things I could say. We're 8-1, won by double digits. Not going to be too upset. We got Oklahoma next week. The cliche and corny thing to say is, hey, we got to be better, but me and you both know this. And here's the thing. Alabama, they'll be ready. They'll be ready. Just like they were ready for Tennessee, Vanderbilt, and Georgia. They'll be ready. I'm not too worried. Let me know your thoughts down below. But